I didn't want to watch the Western Europe video first. Again, I watched like the first like 30 seconds of it, and it seemed really funny because it's basically about like how like Western Europe, like every motherfucker from like Eastern Europe literally moves to like Germany or something like that, and then just acts like this is like, and then they move to a country like Germany, and then they talk like their home country is like the fucking best on the entire fucking planet. I fucking. It's so fucking great, man. I fucking love stuff like this because it's just such a like a thing that only happens in like in Europe. It's so fucking good.
Me and my friend recently committed tax fraud and we were wondering what places to travel to for fun. So the convo went like this. What about France? Like what about Paris? I don't know, man. I don't know.
If you ever go to fucking Paris, right? Like no. Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. It's like a monkey's paw, right? Like you think you want it, but you don't, man. It just feels like that fucking country just blows up and like revolt every single fucking week, man.
I don't think I really want to be honest. Okay, what about the UK? They left
the fuck
EU,
are we watching? Western Europe. It's basically, like I already said, right? But it's basically about like the people that come from like, let's say Serbia, move to Germany, and then they talk like their home country is the best in the world, even though they fucking left their home country. It's so fucking good.
You need a visa, but it could be cool. The UK, I don't know, man.
I don't want to get fucking stabbed, and also I can't stand fucking British people.
No, now, do I really want to get stabbed? Okay, what about Switzerland?
Too expensive.
Can't go wrong with that.
You cannot. Do you know why you shouldn't go to Switzerland? It's so expensive. If you have money, you're not gonna have any money at the end of it. I'm just telling you.
Bro, we committed tax fraud. We didn't rob a bank. How do you think we can afford Switzerland? What about Austria?
That's fine.
Okay, Austria's cool.
Fucking
Let's go. Now,
know
if you grew up in East Europe, you know that Western Europe is worshipped like heaven and is treated like an utopia. Every East European has one of three endings. The bad ending, war with Russia. The better ending, no war, but shit pay.
So fucking true, dude. So fucking true.
And the good ending, end up in Germany and tweet why your country is the best from your apartment in Berlin.
I know people in real life, right? Like Turkish people, even like second generation fucking Turkish people from my school, from like people just I've known like through groups and all that, and they all act like their home country's the best on fucking earth, right? And then you start asking, oh well, why did your parents leave? Oh yeah, we got like there was a bunch of racists, there were a bunch like there was X, Y, and Z reason why they don't live there anymore. Like there's really good reasons why there's no jobs, there's no money, like the money is fucking horrible, like the people are just trash, right? There's like so many reasons why everybody has like a reason why they left, right? And then they finally come to Germany, and then they act like their home country is fucking great. It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful.
Look, I am more white than you. You look gypsy. I am blonde hair. Blonde hair I have. You gypsy.
That means that someone fucked your mother that is Turkish, but your father is not.
There's also an alternative of getting rich in their own country.
Yeah, and that's
gonna happen. Most people, it's way easier to just go to Germany.
Is that a fucking Roblox futuristic car? It is, man.
Whereas I talked about in the previous video about how East Europe has low taxes, Western Europe heard that and told me to go fuck myself and pay 49% tax. Now, I'm sorry, Scandinavian country.
Oh, he didn't have to fucking bring up the Scandinavia, man. Have you guys seen the fucking tax rates in this fucking country, my country, Denmark? No? That's good. You shouldn't.
Your cities are extremely beautiful.
Yep, they are.
If you want me to pay 49% of my income, you might as well.
Everybody be like, oh my god, you're from Denmark, man. You're so rich, man. Oh my god, so rich, man. And then it's like, yeah, but also pay 49% fucking taxes. And then they're like, oh my god, man, so high taxes, man. Haha, left, haha. And then I still make more money than them. Like, it's so fucking funny. Czechia has 21% tax. Yeah, man. But like, I guess you guys probably don't have that much of like a large government then, I guess.
Well, fuck my wife and let me watch from the cock chair. There is no way in hell that I am paying another male half of my money. I don't care if I gotta go to war with Russia one of these days. At least I'll have a bit of fun instead of some random dude taking half of my money. Hear that? Norway? I kind of understand why people go to Western Europe.
Laugh at Norway.
To make money though. For example, here are the most profitable jobs in my country of Georgia, located between the funny country and Germany's #1 restaurant supplier. Number 1, YouTuber.
Really?
Number 2, beating other men up.
Oh, that's great.
Number 3, truck driver in America. You know what?
I think that's actually fucking funny, dude. Like, oh my fucking god. I love that it's a guy from like Georgia that said. I feel like every single time like somebody says like Eastern Europe, like I never think of Georgia. Genuinely, I never think of Georgia. Whenever like people say Eastern Europe, right? Like I think like Serbia, Romania, Bulgaria, Poland, Latvia, Estonia, and stuff. No, maybe not Estonia as much, right? But like those are the type of countries I think of. I never think of fucking Georgia. Never. Some places in my head I don't even consider them fucking European. Like something in my head doesn't even consider them because I don't think about them. Best jobs in Czechia is making porn and making meth. Well, what was like 90 to 95% of all meth labs in Europe are in Czechia. I don't remember what the statistic was, but that's fucking insane, man.
The funny thing is, I met a lot of British people here in Georgia. They're in no way a major source of tourists, but you still see them here and there. And every single time I've asked an Englishman what they think of the UK, I received the word for word same answer. Oh, it's a fucking shithole, mate. Then I Jimmy Neutroned it, you know? I've watched Doctor Who, I like it,
it's
no way.
The reason why people in Western Europe call their own country a shithole, even though they completely aren't, like Britain is not a fucking shithole. Sure, there's a lot of places that look like a shithole, right? But like the issue is that a ton of countries in Eastern Europe actually look like a shithole, right? Okay, I just pissed off a lot of people, right? But it's just like they just don't have it as good, I guess. Like I think most British people, most French people, most like Danish people, most like German people, they always complain so much, but they don't understand how good they have it. I feel like that's like the issue with it.
Way the UK can be that bad, right? Yes, it can be that bad.
Well, it's because
For example, let's take the worst city in the world, London. London's crime is absolutely insane. The only time Eastern Europe saw similar levels of crime was when the USSR collapsed and everyone started fighting each other. I used to edit videos for a British YouTuber named Hamza, and when he moved to London, a good part of London by the way, he saw a delivery guy on a scooter getting beat up and robbed for £20 worth of food on his street. Not even money, literally £20 worth of food. He then googled his zip code and saw stabbings literally on the streets he walks on every time he goes outside. You can also find a ton of videos about how people can't go outside with expensive watches or any kind of drip because they will get robbed on the spot.
That's why I don't go to the fucking... I've been to the UK once. No more. We're never going back. I'm gonna have to add another country to the banned list. One of those countries is Sweden, but I'm never going back to Sweden. They're cheap. We have the UK now. We have France. We have Italy. What was one more? Oh yeah. I forgot. And then there's Turkey, and then there's also the weird horse riding country, the Mongolian, where they eat the animal that has like the plague or some shit. I'm not going near the fucking horse people, man. They motherfucking eat plague. London is near Brazil. Oh yeah, I forgot, of course, Brazil. We don't go to Brazil either, man. Fuck Brazil. Why Turkey? Don't go to Turkey. They steal your ice cream. You mean No. Hungary's alright. I like Hungary. They have really good food. A lot of like good meat. Like they have a lot of dishes with meat in them, and I love meat. Especially like man meat. Nah, man, they just have a lot of like fucking. I feel like there's a lot of good dishes in Eastern Europe because they're very filling. I like food that fills a lot. And that's why I really like Hungary. And Turkey is just a shithole, man. The country literally, like, economy can't even fucking withstand it, and the leaders are fucking corrupt as shit. Just Germanized Mongols. I could probably agree with that. That's probably
just stabbed and robbed. But I want to be fair. Not every place in the UK is like this.
By the way, where I was when I was in London, right? It was like quite near the London Eye, what the fuck it's called, like the big thing that goes around, right? But where I lived, right, was like a quite, like, it was like not a nice area, like the hotels were shit, but like it was like an alright area. Like 100% there were rats in that fucking hotel we were at, right? But it was cheap. And every single time we were out, like in the evening, I was always scared that I was gonna get stabbed. And I had that fucking feeling when I was like fucking 11 or 13, whenever the fuck I was there. It was horrible.
Fair compared to Europe,
but I didn't get stabbed though.
England looks like shit nowadays. But there are great looking places such as York in England, which looks straight out of a fairy tale. And if you compare the rent prices for this fairy tale land York and then London, it's not even fucking comparable. Here's a choice for you. Live in a fairy tale looking town, extremely beautiful. York looks absolutely gorgeous and pay half of the rent of what you pay in London, or live in this prison cell in London for over £1,000 a month.
Yeah, but like it's completely understandable why like that difference is there. It's because in York there's no jobs, but in London there is. That's the issue with it. If you can combine a place where all the jobs are, and where the money is, and you can somehow rent places out to people, then that's just how it is gonna be, man. If you don't want to travel like fucking 2 hours every single morning, you're gonna have to pay for it. And that's just fucking how it is, man. If you don't want to pay high expenses and live in a city that's massively overcrowded, then don't fucking move to a big city. It's that fucking easy, man.
This apartment in York is cheaper by £200 and it doesn't even look like you're forced to live there. There is literally no reason to live in London unless you have a death wish, university or business. Me and my dad were driving through the Georgian mountains and he was like, man, this is so beautiful. If only the government took care of the land, it would be the most beautiful place in the world. Dad, I agree. You got a point. It's very beautiful. However, there is also Switzerland, which looks like it fucking CGI. It's so beautiful.
True.
Katsu, at last, the trainers have told me so much about you. Nice to meet you. I'm trying to know how much it costs to stay in one of those beautiful Instagram hotels in Switzerland. Well, it depends. You can expect a range from $1,000 to $2,000 a night. I can't afford it, you Swiss fuck. I understand perfectly, you Georgian shit. Now, let me talk about the only country who has personally struck down my video.
Who?
Germany. Or
I had a video as well on my main channel that I was like editing it, and then I had to like upload it to YouTube. I had a very, very like fucking aggressive joke in it about killing Jews. And that video got like a strike. I didn't even publish it yet, and apparently got fucking like striked in Germany before I even released it. It was great. That also made me realize that I shouldn't fucking make a video. Made that video, I guess. First, we should buy York apartments, and then it could be sick. It would be sick actually, because York does actually look beautiful. Actually looks like a really good city. Fucking German government based. German government sucks.
better
Man.
known in Eastern Europe as heaven. You guys have no clue how many people of all ethnicities go to Germany to lead a better life for themselves. Because look,
It's actually true. Like we watched in Spanish class, we watched a movie about like how many Spanish motherfuckers that literally go to Germany. There's no jobs in Spain, and the jobs that are there, they pay dog shit. So every Spanish motherfuckers, their dream is to just move to Germany, and then send money home. It's fucking insane, man.
if you're Romanian, Georgian, Turkish, you are not making any type of reasonable money through normal jobs. So a lot of people go there, mostly illegally, to live a better life for themselves or work and send money back home. Because making 3,000 euros a month is a lot better than 300. You can
True.
just see the math for yourself.
Yep.
This is
That
what
is
it
good
looks
math.
like
That is
when
actually
Georgians
math.
enter
Again, I have math on an A level in Denmark, so I know math.
Germany for work. I'm white, let me through! Now I want to introduce you how Europe gives free visa access to other countries, and I made a very, very good chart, and I think it's very applicable to how the European Parliament makes their visa policy.
It's actually fucking true. Yeah, I would almost say that this is actually true to a certain degree, but the only thing is like I know it's like an over exaggeration, 100%, right? But like, cause Turkish motherfuckers, they get into this country like all the fucking time, right? Again, I don't believe in illegal immigration. I believe that if you want to immigrate to a country, you should 100% come into a country legally, or get like visa legally, or get state citizenship legally, and you shouldn't just waltz into a fucking country expecting everybody to fucking bow down and just like give you a job. Genuinely, I don't believe that. I feel that's an asshole way of like living your life, but. We don't like the blacks here. I'm sorry. The reason why I'm personally against like just like giving visa to everybody is due to a simple reason. Have you guys ever seen Sweden? Sweden is a shithole. Sweden was used to be one of like the really good countries with very low rape statistics. Now it's the highest one in Europe. it also has massive amount of ghettos. It has a massive problems. It has massive everything, man. Like every problem you can think about is literally in Sweden right now. Frizo is against giving visas to blacks. I'm against giving visas to everybody. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian. Don't give a shit. As long as you go through the right means. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Georgia did not have
essentially, I hate the blacks.
Visa access to Europe after the USSR collapse, but after the national reforms that encouraged all Georgian men to shave their beards, Charles Michel has deemed Georgians white enough to enter the European areas without a visa. Here's me needing a visa, and here's me not needing a visa.
Hell
However,
yeah, bro.
If you're going there to study or work in a company, this does not apply to you because all labor is welcome. Also, there is this phenomenon on the internet that Europe has no gas now because they sanctioned Russia, or gas is like $1 billion now, which is just not.
I remember every single time, right, I'll hear an American say like, oh man, the gas price is so high, the gas price is so high. The gas price is not fucking high. You're just not used to paying that much for gas, motherfucker. Like, these idiots are literally complaining about gas prices, right, while I'm fucking drowning over here just having to pay once I probably pay gas for my brother's car for like every half a year, and every single time I have to do that, I start crying at the gas station because I don't want to fucking pay that much money. Like, I'll never understand how people can like complain about so much dumb shit and like stuff like gas prices, right, when they literally have some of the cheapest in the fucking world, man. Yes, nuke America. Maybe not nuke, but like severely bomb.
Not true. The only two countries actually being affected by it is the UK and Germany. This is because their governments are full with dumbasses
that relies too heavily on gas compared to most other countries like Denmark that doesn't rely as much on gas, and a lot of countries like Sweden, Norway and stuff like that. Because for some reason Germany decided that they started using coal, and then they wanted to like shift over but started using gas, and then go to the next step to use like nuclear and green energy. Issue is that they're in this switch right now to like the gas to the next level. But that still means they need gas, so they can't just fucking switch over.
Who think that getting half of their gas from Russia, a country known for doing dumb shit, was a good idea. But Western Europe comes with a huge benefit, which is no war.
True.
I do not see any
unless you no one forget it. I said Western Europe, no one.
world in today's age where a country like Germany or France has to draft its citizens to go to war. Because the second Putin flies a bird over NATO territory, Moscow will look like Fallout 3. Russia is a huge pain in everyone's ass. It's a pain in Georgians' asses.
True.
It's a pain in Russian asses. Definitely Ukrainian asses. And basically every one of its neighbors. When you go on Wikipedia's list of conflicts in Europe, in the 21st century it was Macedonia and Kosovo, and the other ones are just Georgia, Russia, and now Ukraine. Conflicts which Russia either armed.
That's
or
actually what I'm the happiest about. Like, I'm really happy about this whole thing. Like, even if the NATO gets called in and we have to go to war, right? I'm so happy that I live in Denmark and don't have to be on the fucking like front line first. I'm so happy, right, that like Juventus, you'll be on the front line before me. It's so good. It's so good that we live in a society where Western Europe can like could just like live on top of the bodies of all the people from Eastern Europe. It's so good, man. I can't. Oh, I'm so happy about it. You have no clue how happy I'm from this. Isn't life just great? Die Western Rich Bastard.
Oh, for 5 minutes. Could you not be yourself? For 5 minutes!
So not having to pick up a gun and fight the Russian army is cool and all, but to be honest, I would still rather do it than pay 49% tax. You just cannot catch me lacking like that. Also, I am the sponsor of today's video. As you know, my laborers in Latvia have been working overtime to make these shirts, so the shop was...
Is that because Georgia has a better GDP than Latvia, and that's why he's using a fucking Latvian labor?
...frozen during holidays. But these premium quality shirts are now back, $25 and $19. That's a quarter of a price of a coffee in Switzerland. And instead of overpriced things, you're getting a shirt that's fully cotton and ships fast, unless it's the holidays. And you can get them at cartly.shop.
I never understood why
Me, of
cotton.
course, being
why
a straight white man,
being
I've never
cotton?
experienced any kind of
Fucking great.
homophobia or racism here in Eastern Europe, except some questionable things I've done. And Western Europe is way more tolerant in general than their Eastern counterparts.
That's true.
Usually, this is a good...
If you go to like again, I have been to Slovenia, considered an Eastern European country. I've been to Hungary, considered an Eastern European country. I've been to the fucking Czech Republic, considered an Eastern European country. I didn't hear the N word a single time in the Czech Republic, but I did goddamn well hear it both in Slovenia and in Hungary. And considering the fact, right, like I don't speak their languages, but it's very fucking clear to hear when somebody says the N word. Like. And then I also heard people even say the F word, you know, the big F word, not fuck, but like the other one. We're Central Europe, motherfucker. Yeah. Sure.
Good thing, but there will always be a guy in the comments named Alexa Vladimirovich Z saying I am just a sissy European who does not know any better. But who am I to disagree with the wise Serbian holding Putin's picture up in a frame? How are you going to hate on gay people when you as a male are holding up another male's picture in a frame, bro?
Hell yeah, man. That's how we do it, man. That's how it should, man.
I want to know. You worked your ass off. You spent your hard-earned money to buy a picture of another male and put it in a frame just to hold it up to show how much you like him. How are you gonna be homophobic after that? That's all I want to know. So while Western Europe is considered...
Oh, I've been in the middle of that thing. There's like these like staircases you go up from, and apparently you can go up to the top. And I found out you had to pay to go up to the top. And then my feeling of like going there was like, no, I'm not gonna fucking go up there. Why would I fucking pay to do that when I can just see it from the outside? And then we just left after that. It was great. Besides the fact, like, apparently this thing is like a fucking, like, so many people are scared to go into the middle of this like, go, like, drive in this thing. And that was also the reason, like, I thought it would be cool to, like, rent a car and then try to, like, fucking drive in this thing. I obviously didn't do it because I didn't want to fucking die.
They're one of, if not the least homophobic and the most tolerant places. This is what any Caucasian country is like. And Poland. And Eastern Europe, to be honest.
Wait.
Like... and Poland, and...
Mention your bitch ass Czechia.
Eastern Europe, to be honest.
Motherfucking Eastern Europe.
Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death and good God, let me give you my life.
Just give this motherfucker a visa, bro, please.
People seriously underestimate how beautiful all of Western Europe is. No
it's fucking gorgeous, man. It makes me so happy, right? It makes me so happy. Like, I feel like I'm getting, like, I really feel like I'm just, my balls are being massaged right now because he speaks so great, like, about everything, man. It feels so good, man. Like, I just feel so much better about my own countries now.
Fighting all their history for land. Their land is insane. You can take some random ass town in any of these countries and god damn this looks good. Or in Switzerland, like bro, is this fucking Skyrim? What am I looking at? Or even France. Sure, Amelie's director said he would not make a sequel because...
Maybe you shouldn't consider France a part of that thing. Like, and more in the line of like, maybe Paris shouldn't be in that conversation. Because Paris... I'm sorry to say, man, but Paris is a bit of a fucking shithole, man. Every single place I walked around in Paris just smelled like piss, and there was like shit everywhere. Not like, you know, shit like trash, though, not actual shit like that came out on the ass, bro, everywhere.
Paris is ugly now, but there are places like Provence, which just look like The Witcher 3.
Oh, it's been in Nice.
Saint Michel, like what am I looking at, bruh? And Rocamadour, Italy. Do I even have to say anything about this place? And the thing is, the US and Canada are very beautiful too. The only problem is they would look way... The
only problem about like the US and Canada is the fact like in both countries there's a chance to encounter Americans, aka people from the United States of America. And that's kind of the problem with both places.
Better if they didn't see a beautiful scenery and thought, yeah, this could definitely use a Walmart with 100 parking spots.
True.
Just build a tram or a train or a metro or at least a good bus system and you'll see how easy it is to make your town look beautiful. because parking spots in front of a huge
They look the
dumbass
shit.
building
They look
are
shit.
the last thing that
There's also a reason why in a lot like more developed countries where you have like a city that's like very well developed, you'll usually not see massive parking lots like that, but you'll see parking houses instead, so you can stack upon stack your stories on top of each other, cause or else like you're just gonna have to rip down a lot of like beautiful art and beautiful shit like that. Or in most cases, you're just not allowed to build anything around those areas because it's going to make it look like dog shit.
gives a city its character and soul. I personally am not a big fan of communism, but the one thing those motherfuckers got right was the public transport.
True.
Or you need to move from one side of the city to the other, yeah, just hop in the metro and you'll be on the other end in 30 minutes. For example, here's Hassan getting pissed off that Georgia has a metro and California doesn't.
Yeah, this is actually really tight that Tbilisi has a metro because it's like the same size as my hometown, Chelyabinsk, which doesn't, right? But here they do have a metro.
Fucking bullshit, dude. All these motherfuckers have subways, bro. They have metro stations. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Hey, Americans, how do you like that, dude? Why? Look at that.
European cities are usually planned very, very well, which I absolutely love. There is nothing worse than having a city with potential and ruining it by making it car dependent.
Oh, on God. Like, listen. I talk shit about like a bunch of people that were saying like, they were talking about shit about cars being in a lot of cities. Like I got a lot of shit from like making like the Prague video. I got a massive amount of shit. Because people like why would like about like my opinion that like I feel it's fine cars are there, like cars can drive around and stuff like that, like, and everybody was just fucking shitting on me, like, even in the comments, right? And I feel like, is it my fault that people would like to drive in a city? No. Is it the city's fault that it wasn't designed for cars? No. If you feel like you should be able to drive in a car, is that your God-given right? No. But if it's possible and the government is making it possible to drive in the car, do you then have the right to do it? 100%. I got so much shit for that fucking reaction, man. But at the end of the day, man, go fuck yourself and drive a bike or walk instead.
Which brings me to the Netherlands. God, this place is fucking amazing.
It's amazing, yeah.
So you're telling
True.
me I don't have to hear bullshit car sounds when I go outside, and I can bike everywhere because the infrastructure is so good? You know what, Netherlands? I don't even mind your taxes. Take my money and let me bike everywhere. Because here's the thing, the more the city invests into car infrastructure, the more cars there are on the road.
True.
Which means nothing good for your health.
Also,
because of all
really bad for the environment. In most cases, when you have a car-dependent society, is that you also release a lot more CO2. If you and I don't think I have to be like come here and be like the fucking dad and say like bicycles release barely any CO2 besides the production of it and maybe like maintaining it, but goddamn, it's so much better for the environment. Like, and also, cars are fucking annoying. The only thing that's annoying about a bicycle is those people that drive on like a 5-stack on a goddamn road and just fucking blocks it. It's so fucking annoying.
all the smoke, the
Yes,
sounds,
I am
it
everybody's
creates the
dad.
hellhole called suburbs. I have an American friend living here in Tbilisi from Alabama, and he told me that the nearest store to his house was a 40-minute walk away. And having your people depend that much on the plastic shit boxes is absolutely insane.
It is
It's
insane.
like North America wants their people to be fat. You see, people in the Netherlands are way healthier because cycling is not only the best form of transport, but also it makes you active. Rather than sitting in traffic for
Again, I've always been of the opinion there should be state mandatory health, like what is called like state mandatory health checks. Like every 5 years you get taken into a place, right, where you have to run a certain amount of fucking like kilometers and be able to do a certain amount of like push-ups and do like a certain amount of things. Unless it's called your handicap, right? Then you can't really do it. And if you cannot meet those basic fucking standards, I'm talking the basic amount of shit you should be able to do. Like not even the normal amount that a healthy human should be able to being should be able to do, but like half that. And if you can't do that, you'll be stopped at every single fucking store and thrown the fuck out if you try to go into it. You don't need that fucking candy, bro. How about you go for a run instead? Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired of fat bitches. What's up, Burrs, man? How you doing, baby? I'm so tired of fat people. Holy shit, man, I'm so fucking tired of fat people. Fat people are also the people that are the most annoying. I feel like when you have to like service them at places. I have to get like at my job. I work at a warehouse most of the time, right? And sometimes there'll be like a fat person that comes and they have to like get something, and they walk like 2 steps out of the car and they're. It sounds like you're fucking dying, bro. And then I have to fucking help them to get shit into their cars, man. I fucking hate those people, man. First, you're fat yourself. I'm not fat. I'm overweight. I'm talking fat people. I'm talking people that can't even run 2 miles. When you have health check, you must always go there and get yourself checked out if you're fine or not. Yeah, but like I'm saying, like, you know, government, and if you don't do it within like, if you don't fix your problem within like 10 years, you get shot or something like that. That's what I'm talking about. Or you get like kicked out of the country or something. Like I can't stand those fucking people. You mean Americans? Yeah, basically. I'm trying to get rid of Americans in my country. That's basically that's actually the entire thing I've been alluding to here, is getting rid of Americans.
40 minutes hating your life, eating a burger. I'm so disgusting. I just spilled my burger all over my car. Being in a car burns 0 calories while cycling is one of the best exercises of all time.
It's also so fucking easy to drive a bike, man. It's so easy. I know people that I've spoke to, like when I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft. Some of these motherfuckers never driven a bike before. That's when you know the world is fucked. When a person haven't driven a fucking bike before, and these people, then you ask like around like any of these other guys in the group, have you ever driven a bike? And no, they haven't. They got the license at like fucking 15 or something in like the southern state, and then drove a car everywhere. And before that, they got driven everywhere by their mom and dad. Like, what the fuck happened, bro?
And you get shit done. Imagine if the Dutch were like, yeah, this is cool, but it just needs a Walmart, man. I just have to see a Walmart.
I gotta be honest, I would not mind a Walmart. I think it's cool having a store where you can get everything. I think that's fucking cool. Only issue is that I don't think there's space for Walmart in a lot of places in Denmark. That's not place for
So, if the American government stopped being fucking dumb and actually made it legal to build cities like this, because building cities like this is unironically illegal in the US and Canada, they would basically be fixing their health problem. There would be less car-related bullshit like accidents because there are less cars on the road. Going outside and taking a walk would actually be good, because if you...
Also, trucks like that fucking size, like I see them rarely in Denmark, very rarely. But when I do, I always just think to myself, man, why the fuck do you need a car that fucking massive? I'll never understand that. I'm sitting here over like, if I was gonna get a car right now, I was gonna get a Toyota. So that I go like a little one like this. This is probably like what I would want to get. Can I get a? They have these like hybrid versions. If I was gonna get a car, I would want to get like one of these things, man. They're hybrids as well. Like I feel like these are so fucking cool, man. Again, they're very small. To be honest, they're very fucking small, right? But like if it's just like it's just to get me around. If I was like gonna go like some place like very far away, to build one Walmart, you would cost like 5 Denmark-historic buildings and half of the forest strip. Yeah, that's probably true.
You walk outside and there's a 50%.
I remember there also has to be ramps for fat people so they can get up with the little fucking scooters. Imagine those scooters were meant for handicapped people, now they're used for fat people.
Chance that you get hit by a Ford F450 Super Duty, you will not want to go outside, and it also looks shit. So if you walked outside and
the only reason people have those large cars, the only reason is that they can't, like, it's not, they're massively expensive. Sure, don't get me wrong. But if they actually increase taxes or like increase the price of gas, nobody would want to have such a gas guzzler like that. Nobody would want to have one of those. Everybody would try to get an affordable car.
It looked like this, you bet your ass you would go outside, breathe some
fresh
air, and
that.
actually interact with people. European cities support being healthy and socializing because everything is more connected.
Nah, I hate that. I hate that whole like socializing bullshit. The reason I drive a bike is then I don't have to like walk past somebody and say hello. When you drive a bike, you can just have earphones. I know you're not taking allowed to have earphones in while you drive a bike, right? But you can just drive right past people and don't have to say hey to them. That's why I don't want to care about being fucking social. I just want to go to point A to point B without having to talk to people.
Seeing your friends, even if they live on the other side of the city, is not a big deal. They're just a train away that costs $1. It will also support local businesses because people will buy their needs in the stores that are near them or in the same building as them on the first floor. It would also raise the land value of their apartments or houses because it does not look like shit and it looks like a place a person can live in. Also, because there are less cars in Amsterdam, there is less noise pollution, and not hearing a truck go by when
Yep,
you're trying to
true.
chill is extremely
I thought to
relaxing
drive a
because
train
bikes
in
don't
5
make
minutes.
any
Jesus
noise.
fucking Christ,
What are you even
expensive.
going
To go to Copenhagen, if I was just to buy like a ticket, I think it's 128. That's like $15. I'm pretty sure, and then to go to like the largest city near me, I pay 48 crowns. That's like €7. So I don't know, man. Like it's pretty expensive.
to hear? There's a Canadian YouTuber named Not Just Bikes who moved from London, Canada to Amsterdam and makes videos about the differences. There's this place in the Netherlands called Delft, and right outside the train station, his decibel meter was showing under 55 decibels, which is literally the same noise that a house refrigerator makes.
That's
Just
crazy.
think about that for a bit. Right outside of a train station, the noise pollution was the same of a refrigerator you're probably hearing right now. Oh, but that Walmart though, I need to build 200 parking spaces and more highways. Fuck the nature, Ford needs to sell his cars. So to be honest, I genuinely think Western Europe is the most beautiful place in the world.
Thank you.
They have the highest quality of life in
Denmark number 2, baby. Let's
the
go.
world. Salaries are great.
When you
You
drive
don't
from
have to
those
fight
cities.
Russia,
But
which is a
that's-
massive
that's very
benefit
cheap. That's
personally
very
for
cheap.
me. Because as a healthy 21-year-old Georgian man, my time is coming. The taxes are a bit too much for me, but I guess I could figure something out. I'll be going to the Netherlands myself and see how it's like to live as an Europoid. And if I only see smiling faces and just happy people, I will get very jealous. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks to all my patrons.
That was it before the video stopped. Like, one cool thing about the Netherlands, if when you walk into a store, they just speak English to you. Even though they're Dutch, they just speak English to you. It's so fucking cool, man. Like, you don't even have to say, oh, do you speak English, right? Like, you don't have to say anything like that. They just speak English.
Patrons for supporting me, and goodbye.
It's fucking sick, man.
It finally
I fucking love it, man. It's so fucking good.